Well, we talked about Mustaine. Let's talk about Vince Neil. Bless his heart.
Oh, my goodness.
Gonna be making so much money.
Does he have a book?
So I posted this week the Motley Crue Def Leppard tour, which we talked about a few weeks ago, how ridiculous the ticket prices were. That's the one where VIP tickets, like front row tickets, are $4,500 each. But you get to meet the band, get a photo, you get like, I think you get a dinner, but it's like, it's still, that's insane. You could book for $4,500. You could book the best vacation. Exactly. Yeah. You could book a 2-week vacation in Hawaii, like at a resort.
Book Rat to just play at your house.
Yeah.
Why do you get one of these bands?
So, and the rumor is that each band or Motley Crue, I believe, each band is making like $1.25 million a night.
Okay.
So
good for them.
So like, let's say Vince Neil would be making on this tour at least like conservatively $200,000 a night.
Okay.
A show, at least, which is, to put into context,
a lot of money.
Like more, that's more than a lot of people make in a year.
It's slightly more than we make for this show.
Just slightly. Per night, per show. And yet, Vince, still making some money on the side, wants to connect with the fans, and he's on Cameo. I noticed. Now, of course, Cameo came into our lives a few months ago when the lovely and beautiful Rebecca Moore took some time out of her schedule to accept my donation.
No, that was her schedule. Yeah. That was on her schedule.
And she recorded a lovely video for the very handsome fucking man.
That's not, by the way.
You're such a fucking handsome man.
I just want to say one thing. We played Cameo on the show long before that.
Yeah. I know, but I just wanted to bring up Rebecca Moore. Anyway,
you did. Congratulations.
You can go.
Can you get her arrested by smoking weed next time?
Oh, stop it! Stop it! We're on 10 years now, and you're still bringing it up. Let it go.
No, actually, that was 14 years.
14 years. Let it go. So anyway, Vince Neil is on Cameo. He charges $400 for a cameo.
The nerve.
Which
how long is the cameo for that?
Well, that's what I'm getting to here. Oh. So like so most cameo, like, so nobodies will charge between $20 and $80. Let's say, C level.
Steve Marafucci, whatever the fuck his name is.
Like wrestlers or
name?
like
again, Steve.
Who?
Oh yeah.
Scaramouche.
Scaramouche.
I said Marafuji.
I was like, well, yeah.
The wrestler.
Exactly. But then, like some bigger, like I think there's bigger celebrities that charge more, but still, like, to charge $400, here's what he gives you for $400. It's like, hey, man, your girlfriend wanted me to say hi, so keep rocking. It's Vince Neil. That's it. And so I want to play a few.
He doesn't even like bother reading the girlfriend's name.
Yeah, it's so.
Or the guy's name. Hey, guy.
Much like all of his career, these cameos are so phoned in. They're literally phoned in. He's on his phone. Well. He doesn't even like comb his hair in some of these. He's like, oh shit, I gotta do this. Like he's like at the airport.
I love it.
Or like in a parking lot. Like it's like the last minute, because I think there's a time limit on from when you submit how long you have to accept the offer or whatever. Oh, so it might just be that, people are like, hey dude, like hurry up. So so let's play some.
Hey, I'm Vince Neil from Motley Crue. Hey, give me a shout out.
Oh, this is his
a request
intro.
For you or anybody you love.
You know what's sad? One time he took so long to fill the request of the video that by the time he did, the person that he shot the video for was already killed in a car accident with him driving. He ran that person over.
I was going to say, it's funny you should say that, because he was shooting a cameo while that accident happened.
He was driving, shooting a cameo, and the guy.
That's poor Razzle. Wow. He actually tried to get Razzle to go join the cameo for 2 for 1, double your money.
We're all Razzles now.
So this one is shot in his office in front of a window.
It sickens me that he gets to have an office. Is that wrong? Does that make sense? That feeling?
He's a fucking millionaire.
But what does he do in his office?
And isn't there, like,
cameos,
right? He rents a fucking office to do them.
And he doesn't even,
Piece of
and
shit.
he's just like holding the phone, so it's just like his big stupid head.
It's a
right?
silhouette because it's the fucking windows in the background. You can't even see.
And you can see the ocean, right?
And
like
of course,
there's an
you
ocean.
can't see
view.
shit in the
But
window.
he
It's washed out.
he has a dual office with Rebecca Moore, so whenever he does a cameo, you see her giant rubber tire lips like behind his head.
Well, that's the thing. You walk into that office, so you don't know who's who. It's very confusing. They need signs on their doors.
Vince has the bigger tits.
And they're both wearing lace.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, for sure. All right, so here's one for
Rebecca hasn't killed anyone, as far as I know.
Yes.
By Jed for Jim.
That much.
Hey, Jim, Vince Neil here. Hey, buddy. Have a Miley Christmas and a happy crew year.
Shut up.
And 2020
Hold on.
is
Pause that.
all new
Did he write the
beginnings.
Rust blurb? Because that's the same level of humor.
No, he did not. Hold on, this has 2 more seconds.
Keep rocking.
Play it over. Play it over. I talked over it.
Yeah, we don't have to talk over it. It's going to be over in a
Hey,
second.
Jim, Vince Neil here. Hey, buddy. Have a Miley Christmas and a happy crew year. And 2020 is all
2020?
new beginnings. So keep rocking.
Keep rocking.
Sounds like dude, he's channeling Cousin Brucey there. It's 2020 here on 60s on 60 on Sirius SFM.
That was 14 seconds, so that was $28 a second that he was getting paid.
Fuck you.
Christ.
Oh, jeez.
Here's another one. Same location.
Hey, Travis. It's Vince Neil from Miley Crew. Hey, buddy.
Do you
Stoked to
notice
know
this?
that-
Every single one you've played, he says "hey" twice.
Hey,
It's like he's filling
Yeah,
time
gotta
for
fill
this
time.
like 30-second
Hey, buddy.
fucking thing.
I have a question.
Yes.
If I go to Vince Neil's Cameo page or whatever, are these all public? Like you can see everyone's, or these the people have all opted in to show these?
You can, when you request a cameo, you can check off I'm allowing mine to be public.
I see.
But then they only show like the most recent X amount.
Okay.
It's
Because
not
like
all
I
of
was gonna
them.
say, what if you get Vince Neil to like say to tell a girl that you like to you want her to suck your dick or something? Maybe you don't want that.
Well, he can reject that, but yeah. Also, you can
wouldn't reject that.
You can control if you want your for example, the Rebecca
Yeah.
Moore one. I did not make. that.
Oh,
I did. I felt like that was
you made it public yourself.
right. Exactly. You have to get the exclusive from us.
fair.
Only good thing she's ever done in her career.
That kid riding his bike in the 80s is now killing it in real estate in Newport Beach. That's pretty badass. Congratulations.
What?
brother.
Oh, we gotta hear this
She's
again.
who is he killing in Newport Beach? Is Razzle's family safe?
Praising. Let's hear that again.
Hey, Travis. It's Vince Neil from Miley Crew. Hey, buddy. Stoked to know that that kid riding his bike in the 80s is now
See how
killing
much
it
stuff
in
he
real
knows?
estate in Newport Beach. That's pretty badass. Congratulations, brother. We'll see you soon.
Like, number one-
Can we go back to the way he pronounces Newport Beach?
I can't rewind here. We have to hear the whole
Newport
thing.
Beach.
His
Keep
dentures are gonna fall out.
rocking. Like, this is such great. Let's hear it. So he couldn't even blow his nose. He couldn't. Like, he's obviously
He
reading this.
couldn't glue his dentures in.
He's reading this off the request. He's like, all right, all right. So keep on being the, what is this, a kid from Newport Beach? And then like, yeah, let's hear it again. Like, listen to him
Hey,
read this.
Travis. It's Vince Neil from Miley Crew. Hey,
Hey, buddy.
Stoked to know that that kid riding his bike in the 80s is now killing it in real estate in Newport Beach.
Beach.
That's pretty badass. Congratulations, brother. We'll see you soon. And keep rocking.
Keep rocking. All right, let's keep moving.
You know what this reminds? Like the way he says these things reminds me of that drop that we have of Rob saying "pussy."
Yes.
So this one was 20 seconds, so they got a better value for their Patreon. $20 a second they got.
Oh God.
Now here's another. Like, these are so good. These are so good.
Hey, Rebecca, it's me, Vince Neil from Miley Crew. Hey, Merry Christmas.
Every time.
Super excited to see you this summer at
Super
Wrigley
excited to
Field.
see you this
It's going
summer.
to be a kick-ass one.
How's your pussy?
And watch me kickstart the heart. Avery, Jack, and Jim, we got you some great seats for your birthday. So happy birthday, and have a motley Christmas. Bye-bye.
He called. He's like, and Jack, Jim got you great tickets. He couldn't even redo. He's charging $400 fucking dollars for this.
Wait a minute.
And he got the guy who's paying him his name wrong, and it would be too much effort.
Hold on a second. I'm a little skeptical of that one. Jack and Jill.
No, this is by so it says who bought it and who it's for.
Jack.
By Jim for Rebecca, and he called him Jack. Jim.
Oh,
Let's
so
hear.
he was
Let's go
probably
back to the
thinking
videotape
of the poetry of the poem Jack and Jill.
So,
Hey,
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Rebecca, it's me, Vince Neil from Motley Crue. Hey, Merry Christmas. Super excited to see you this summer at Wrigley Field. It's going to be a kick-ass one. And watch me kickstart the heart. Every Jack and Jim got some great seats.
I hear that Jack and Jim got a great teeth.
Maybe it was two people. You don't know.
Trump, maybe I
Maybe they're
think of
twins.
instead of acknowledging his mistake, just
Sounds
rolling
like someone
along.
needs to kickstart his heart right there and then.
For your birthday, so happy birthday and have a motley Christmas. Bye-bye.
it never occurred to me that "Kickstart My Heart" might be like a request.
Yes.
now that he's passed out on
It's a
stage.
cry for help.
Look out! Kickstart my heart. No, really.
Now
Get the paddles.
while he did get Jack or Jim's name wrong.
You did too, but you're not
that-
getting paid $400.
No. I did that on purpose. But that was a 26-second cameo. So best value so far, $15.38 a second for that cameo. And now here's another. This is beautiful. We have to keep checking in with these.
Hey, Alex. Vince Neil here. Hey, buddy.
Double haze every fucking time. What is wrong with him?
Clear
He's a
your fucking throat,
serial
dude.
killer. I can't get over the double haze. I can't get over it.
Hey, you're listening to
hey,
CBS
hey.
FM.
You're listening to Kickstart My Heart.
He really does sound like a shitty DJ.
He sounds like Casey Kasem. He does. Let's hear a little more.
Gotta tell you, man, you gotta move out of your mom's fucking basement, dude. Hope to see you in Montreal. And, man, keep kicking ass. Rock on, brother.
What the fuck
Someone
was
paid
that?
$400
What?
to Vince Neil to tell his buddy to move out of his mom's basement.
in a shitty DJ voice. Hey, everybody, just so you know, my friend Joel, sitting in his mom's basement, playing Xbox all day long on CBS FM, baby.
But you could tell that he's a marketing, like he's very aware of marketing because he promoted his own gig in that town, so the kid buys a ticket.
You think this kid who lives in his mother's basement can afford a fucking Motley Crue ticket?
Well, that's why he lives in the basement. He's
Save it
blowing
up.
all his money on Motley Crue tickets.
Hey, kid, why don't you get a razor and shave that neck beard? Hey, 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 it's Vince Neil here on Cameo, baby. Go get the clippers.
So now all of those were in the same location. So he just made like $1,600 banging these out in like less than 5 minutes. Like all of these were less than not even 30 seconds. He was banging those out. Now here's another location. So this was a separate time. And
Is this in the kitchen?
this is the one that looks like he's in a parking lot or something. Like, where the fuck are you?
Hey, this is Vince Neil live from the parking lot, baby. Hey, hey, hey. Just want to let you know that my friend Joel, or actually Jim Jack's friend Joel, couldn't get pussy if he walked into a pet store. You're listening to Vince Neil here on the Mighty Cameo, baby. Stay with us. Kickstart my heart.
So here's one from Christian. Oh, so this one's in a parking lot, and I believe like he sounds a little drunk here.
Decker, this is Vince Neil. Hey, I want to say happy birthday, brother. This is actually from Christian, Mom, Ethan, and Blake. So keep on rocking, shout the devil, and
Shat the devil.
Shout at the devil.
Yeah, do some feel good stuff in big old 4-0, you man.
What? Jesus Christ.
$400.
Okay.
Well spent, baby.
Okay, all right. It's your birthday. Just shout at the devil and home sweet home.
All right.
Something. I don't know. What other songs that I have? Oh, fuck it. He's the guy that, like, it's 2 a.m. at the bar, and he just has the most important thing to tell you. You don't know this guy. And he's just...
He grabs you by the shoulder.
Listen, I heard it was your birthday. Guy over there told me. Listen, man. I know I don't know you, but I fucking love you. You're fantastic. Don't ever change. Kickstart my heart, shout at the devil.
See you in Montreal.
See you in Montreal. Kickstart my heart. I forgot to say hey. Hey, hey. Kicks on my heart, shout out to the devil, Home Sweet Home, and Dr. Feelgood. Dr. Feelgood for sure. Okay? Girls. I think I did too many girls. One, let's take off one of the girls. Hey, by the way, we have...
You make a pretty good drunk person for a sober person.
We have a clip of a song that was cut from their last album. This is Vince Neil from Vince Neil's demo collection. Here it is. It's just him saying, hey, 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 hey. Sorry.
Bleach.
What is he?
It's...
Yeah.
And people keep paying for it. They go on there, they see what the product's going to look like,
Yeah.
and they're like, yeah, that's worth my money.
And the last one was Rebecca. Did Rebecca Moore do a cameo with Vince Neil? Hey, wait, hey.
If they had a child, a syringe would just pop out of her vagina. That would be their child.
Ew.
Like a Botox.
The fetus would be trapped by all the wax and fucking like paraffin wax that's inside of her skin.
I can't believe he charges $400 for, and like can't even. Let's hear that one again.
I don't even want to pays it.
Hey, Decker, this is Vince Neil. Hey, I want to say...
Pause it. Sorry. I know I keep interrupting. I shouldn't do that. I need to know, what is the person's name who this is directed at?
Is it Tucker? Decker?
For Derek.
What?
Then I need to know what he says again.
my
Start that at the
God.
top. Decker, Doker, Docker, Dicker. Don
So,
Doggin.
looks like you could respond to these. And Derek writes, my favorite singer of all time called me Decker. Ha ha ha. This is now my new nickname. Amazing.
Wow.
Let's hear it again,
He
please.
changed his name.
Hey, Decker, this is Vince Neil. Hey,
Uh-huh.
I want to say happy birthday, brother. This is
Decker.
actually from Christian, Mom, Ethan, and Blake. So
Christian Womb?
keep on rocking, shout the devil, and do some feel good stuff at big old 4-0, you man. All right, see you later.
He's fun.
Big old
I just ate a veal parmesan.
Oh, no. I feel like a pig. Oh, if only that was
He's
what was...
fucking Boomhauer. Keep on rocking, man. You do that, man, okay? Hey, Decker, man. Decker, you doing that thing, the birthday thing there, man. Know what I mean? He's Boomhauer, but like on heroin, slower. You just keep doing that thing
Decker,
there, and
this
you
is
go
Vince
there with the
Neil.
thing, the 4-0-U, you know what I mean? Do about that, boss, man, okay?
You know, for all the money that the people spent, I think it's been put to good
It's
use.
priceless for us.
Like for
Yeah.
that, and for them, like I imagine it's hilarious too. They're probably replaying it as much as we are.
It's sad for Vince Neil.
Hey, Decker, this is Vince Neil. Hey, I want to say happy birthday, brother. This is actually from Christian, Mom, Ethan, and Blake. So
Can we see who this was
keep on
from,
rocking,
too?
shout the devil, and do some feel good stuff at big old 4-0, you man. All right, see you later.
What? Did you just say?
I think he wished him a happy 40th birthday.
Big old 4-0, we gonna do the do.
Oh, wow. All right.
Gonna do the do.
All right, there's one.
Is
There's
that
one,
another cameo?
there's one more. It looks like it's either in a van or like a small private jet. I can't tell.
So he's either trying to lure kids in with candy or he's on Epstein's plane.
Yeah.
One or the other. Allegedly. Parody.
Hey, Jake, this is Vince Neil from Motley Crue. Hey, buddy, just want to wish you a very happy birthday on New Year's Eve. And this is from Jess, Veronica, and Itchy.
Itchy.
So, have a great
And
birthday,
Scratchy.
and
Itchy to Scratchy.
take care, man. We'll see you soon. Keep rocking.
That was the most coherent of the bunch.
I know, but it's like that. All he says is, "Hey, name, happy birthday." This message is from name, and name.
But that's
See
what they're
you at
giving him.
name.
They're giving him script to say. I
Yeah.
would assume, right? That's what you have to do.
Yeah, you could like he did try.
Oh, like there was the option to have him improvise.
Well, maybe people
No,
saw the
there's-
other ones were improvised, and they got Decker and Boomhauer coming out.
Well, no, there was the one about living in your mom's basement. You could write in a little message for them to say, but also they could
Not
say
good.
something nice, like
Yeah.
not.
Or
Well,
like,
people that like Motley Crue hate their friends. Clearly, they're not nice people.
So there's reviews as well, and I love. Here's one really great negative one. A lot of them are like, "Oh, perfect. It was great. It was great." This one, it was terrible. One of the most expensive cameos, and he messed up the message. Instead of inviting people to my event, he invited men to the event, and all the words were mumbled and uncoordinated.
wait, why aren't you reading it in the Ken Pierce voice?
Can we hear that one though? That he fucked up.
No, we can't. It seems as if he did it in a hurry just to comply and get the money. You don't
What did you expect?
It's Vince Neil.
Come on, man.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? You didn't get Winston Churchill.
Listen
to
to
read your
this
cameo.
listen to this review. Thanks so much, man. Was awesome. The M3 show was top notch. Whoever booked Dokken after you is a moron. You should have been the headliner. Many people like us left after your set. Thanks for continuing to give rock fans a fun concert experience. Thanks for the shout out. Please keep rocking. I guess this was for his solo band because no way Motley Crue is playing before fucking Dokken.
Well, Dokken, maybe he was trying to book Dokken, and they booked Decker. And they booked the guy. They booked the guy named Decker because he was trying to say Dokken. That's why the guy didn't enjoy the show as much. You get the real Dokken, it's great.
Here's one. Minimal return on purchase. Didn't mention one of the two things I asked to mention. $400. You can't even get it right. Like it's.
I have very minimal sympathy for these people. If
So
they're
you-
willing to spend that much for this guy.
If you spend $400 or whatever dollars you spend, and the guy doesn't say the shit correctly, you don't get your money back.
Right? Like
No,
I guess
because
not. He did the video.
there must be a disclaimer that says, that they won't say everything.
I think it's suggested things to
Copy.
mention, not required.
I'd say that's fair to a point, but at some point, if the guy just slurs incoherently for 30 seconds, has he really performed the service that he was supposed to render for you?
I feel like there's a disclaimer that says, by giving us your credit card information, you are legally verifying that you're a moron who does not deserve to have money.
I'm sure it's that in a slightly less harsh language,
Yeah.
but, I would say you might have a claim at some point. I mean, if it's that bad. If it's that bad. I get that there's latitude, because, but Jesus Christ, that's so off.
So we'll be keeping an eye on the on the Cameo page of Vince Neil.
Anyone other celebrities that are horrible?
I wish Frankie Palmieri would do it.
Well, I didn't. I didn't do any research
Should tweet him
prior.
and ask
so.
him.
Wouldn't someone have to want to hear what he says?
Like $4.
I mean, you could list yourself. It doesn't.
If he was on there for a
Awesome.
reasonable price, I feel like we should get him to do Metal Injection Livecast promos every week.
Oh, we can just make him
He-
say embarrassing things.
He would
too.
be the new Bland. You just hire him at a very reasonable price to be the new Bland.
Andy Dick, $99. What a rate.
Make him say he has a crush on Robert Pazzabini.